Hey guys, this video will be a little bit different from the other ones. I watch a lot of animes. In fact, it has been years since I did stop watching movies and TV series. And the reason for that is manga. Once you get used to this level of storytelling, it's impossible to continue to watch those poorly written stories on purpose, in order to have a bigger audience. Mangas are not perfect, but they are superior to other mediums of storytelling, at least for now. Here's my list of animes that I am watching that are currently airing. One Piece, The Seven Deadly Sins, My Hero Academia, Devil's Line, Tokyo Ghoul, Black Clover, Steins Gate, Darling in the Franxx, Basilisk, Persona 5. So here and there, whenever I have the time or I see something special that got my attention, I will make a video about it. Most of you guys have subscribed to this channel for One Piece videos, so if you are wondering how this change will affect the One Piece videos, the answer is simple. It will not affect it at all. I am still going to make the same amount of videos about One Piece as I did before. The only difference from now on will be that sometimes I will make videos about other stories. The reason I don't post that often is that I prefer quality over quantity. Can I make daily videos? Yes, I can. Will those videos be good? No, they will be mediocre. And that will be just wasting time, yours and mine. To make a good video, you need to put a lot of efforts and thoughts, and doing all that takes time. And that's why I don't post that often. I hope you understand this and will continue to support me even with this new kind of videos. Thank you for your support, it really means a lot to me. Anyway, in this video I will analyze a specific scene from the anime My Hero Academia episode 4 or chapter 75 to 77. This scene is when Midoriya fights Muscular and tries to protect Kota. To understand better this fight, let's look first at the characters that are involved in this scene. When Kota was introduced, he looked different from the other characters. The writer made this character annoying on purpose. When I saw this character, two things came to my mind. The writer has something special planned for this character and that's why he wants this character to stand out, so it's a setup for something bigger. Or he's going to use this character as a mascot because, like I said before, this character was not acting normally. But later on we did learn why he is acting that way, and there is a good reason for that. The reason Kota is acting that way towards them is that he thinks that heroes are stupid. He does not see them as heroes, but as dead people walking. Since every day they are risking their lives by rushing toward danger and dealing with criminals. Since his parents did die, he thinks the same could happen to them, and that's why he's acting that way. Kota is worried about them, but he is expressing his concerns in a wrong way. When his parents did die, everyone is praising them for their heroic deaths, but he cannot understand why that was a good thing. And the way how the writer has handled this situation is really brilliant. It is written in such a brilliant way that you can see the story from Kota's eyes. There is one question that Kota has asked himself over and over. And that question is, why did my parents not think of me? They did help other people, but what about me? Why did they leave me all alone? To the world they are heroes, but to Kota they are just his parents. And their priority was other people rather than their own child. That is how Kota sees it. It's not that Kota does not want his parents to be heroes and helping people, but he thinks why they did not run away when they saw that they could not defeat their enemy. Why fight to the death? This is the question that he wanted an answer, but he could not get it. The moment when Midoriya did realize that he cannot defeat Muscular, he says to Kota to run away while I hold him back. He knew that he could not hold him back for long, but he was hoping that would be enough time for Kota to reach the camp or someone else. And Kota says to Midoriya, why are you doing this? He said the same thing to himself many times. Why did my parents decide to fight to their deaths for someone that did not know? And what Midoriya did was brilliant. He did not say anything. He just said go. By doing this, he did put into practice what All Might said at the beginning of the story. That those who are heroes, their bodies move toward danger without realizing. That's what his parents did, and that's what Midoriya is doing right in front of him. But even at this point, Kota is struggling to understand, and he said to Midoriya what he said to himself many times in his head if he had the chance to talk to his parents. Your arms are broken, so you cannot do anything. He is too strong. Why you are trying to still fight? This line is very important, because here you can understand that it's not that Kota is selfish, and he doesn't care, but he is being logical. Just like he is being logical here against himself. His chances of surviving are higher if he would leave, but he did stay behind and he said to Midoriya, you have no chance of winning, and he was right. And when Midoriya and Muscular did clash, and Muscular starts to overwhelm Midoriya, but Midoriya, instead of worrying about himself, he is worried about Kota and says to him to run. And Kota starts crying and says, why? And now he has realized what Midoriya and his parents did. It's not that they are being illogical and making the wrong decision, but there is no other choice because that's what it means to be a hero. The moment that you run away because things are tough and you go to safety and leave people to die at the hands of villains, then those people will not be the only ones who will die, but your heroism will die with them as well. You cannot call yourself a hero anymore. And now let's focus on Midoriya. Kota says to him to run because you cannot win, but if there is one person who would not run no matter what, it's him. And this is where the writer did show his skills that really did impress me. Midoriya is the main character, so it's normal to think that of course he would not run, but that is not the case here. Here's why. There is a saying that says, "You don't know what you have until it's gone." Midoriya grew up dreaming of becoming a hero in a psychotic way, but then when that doctor told him that you don't have powers, Midoriya the hero died. So in a way, when All Might gave him one for all, Midoriya is living a second life. And that's why he knows the value more than anyone. Eraserhead did notice that, and he did ask himself what is driving him, why he's ready to even injure himself. And this is why Midoriya was so angry with Todoroki when he was not using his fire quirk. Because in his mind was thinking that there are people that would do anything to have a quirk so they can be a hero. He was thinking about himself when he was without a quirk. And that's why he could not understand Todoroki. And he was right. Two wrongs do not make one right. Just because Endeavor did wrong, that doesn't mean that innocent people that could be saved should be let to die. A hero needs to prioritize other people over himself. And when finally Todoroki was convinced to use his fire quirk, Midoriya was smiling. He was happy because that did remind him when he got one for all. Because for Todoroki the fire quirk was like a new power. Now let's go back to the fight, where we can see that Midoriya's resolve is so strong that even the imminent death would not break it or even shake it. He was ready to die, he did mention All Might and did apologize to his mother, and he got defeated. Midoriya was really unlucky here, because Muscular was the only guy there who in a way can nullify his powers. One for all is a physical power, and since this guy can regenerate and increase his muscles, Midoriya is at a real disadvantage. All Might had the same problem with Nomu. It took more than 300 hits without stopping to defeat him. That way his absorbing power was rendered useless, because he did not have enough time to absorb all those hits. And then, right when Muscular was about to finish Midoriya off, Kota did intervene. This was brilliant, because not just Kota did get the answer to the question that was burning him inside, he also did the same thing just like his parents and Midoriya. What he did was not logical. He knew that he could not do anything against Muscular, but still, he did not run and decided to fight him. And that small distraction that he did create was enough for Midoriya to turn things around. In the end, Kota says that he is my hero, just like his parents were heroes to someone else. But he did not realize it yet that he is a hero as well. He did the same thing that a hero does. He did not run away and let Midoriya die even though he was not strong enough to fight. His body did not move away from danger, but he did stay there, and that's what a hero does. So these are the reasons why I thought that was a brilliant piece of storytelling. What do you guys think about what I said, and do you have something else to add? Let me know in the comments. And lastly, there are two things that I want to talk about. When Midoriya did use his final attack, he said 1,000,000%, and this apparently did cause some confusion even among his colleagues. So the writer did explain that, and he said, "Fans and colleagues alike have asked me, what's that mean? I totally don't get it. I am sorry if it was hard to understand. Of course, it wasn't actually 1,000,000%, that was just a way of expressing Midoriya's intense emotions and energy, like when someone summons incredible strength in a crisis. I will be working hard to make everything going forward easier to understand, more cheery, open-hearted, and fun in the hopes that I can eventually do away with this supplement column. I personally was not confused by the 1,000,000% attack, because if that was the case, then this would mean that the story is about to end. And the other thing I want to talk about is the animation. They did a brilliant job in this scene. It is standard for Japanese animation to be epic, especially the fight scenes, but every time they try to come up with new ways and be more creative. And one thing that does impress me about this anime is that even though these fights are intense and fierce and powerful, the animators, they always make these fights so easy to watch. They look so simple and easy to follow along, but yet they are epic. Anyway, these were my thoughts about that scene. In short, the definition of a hero should be changed to illogical. Thanks for watching, like and share if you like this video, and subscribe for more anime and manga videos. See you in the next video.